Hey, what's up? How's it going? So, I got a couple problems. One, I can't finish anything. Two, I have a bunch of different projects in different game engines and kind of all over the place. And three, Godot has a bunch of different versions, as any engine does, but it doesn't have the unified launcher that like Unity has with the Unity Hub or Unreal with the Unreal launcher, the Epic Games launcher. So I know there's some solutions, but I started working on my own last year, spent like a week on it, and then came back to it and added the kind of finished out the core functionality. So this project is Project Guy. That's my solution to that issue. So the idea with this is that it's sort of a supplemental taskbar, and you can kind of plug it around where you want on your screen. And then, as opposed to the normal taskbar, which is program centric, this one is project centric. So, what you do is you set up your project, you set up the file path to the editor, and then all you need to do is, click the button and it'll launch. So, um, I don't actually want to do that. And then this hangs out on your screen. You can unlock it and it'll collapse. And then when you hit the edge of the screen, it pops open, or you can lock it open and then move it around on the screen where you want. The scroll bar adjusts depending on which side. And then you just add in all your main projects. Because the other thing with the Unity Hub, you end up with this whole pile of, you can see I haven't done a lot in Unity, but you end up with a big pile of like stub projects, things that you were, kind of working on, but or just testing stuff out. And rather than like clearing all that out, I thought it might be nicer to just have, your own little nice tidy setup. So let me go through how to add a project. There's You can go through the options button, or you can just hit add new project and then type a name. I know one I want to add was Mall Cops. This Mall Cops game I started working on. You drop in the file path, and for Godot as well as Unity, you can drop in the root folder. So this one's Mall Cop. Drag and drop it there, and drag and drop works, which is great. And then once you select what editor it is, it will read the project file and auto detect what the editor should be. So then you need to go and find your engine. I have all my Godot engines in this folder. And I know with this one, I had started to add Steam multiplayer. So, and that's with a specific build of the Godot engine. So we were 4.5. I want the Steam MP one, and you need to add the proper .exe, because what it does is sends a command line with the argument being the project file path. So you want the executable, the engine that's going to open, as your editor file path. And now what it does is sort of a soft verification of the version, where it just looks for 4.5 within the file path. You could cheese it, you could just write that number in the file path and it'll detect it and say everything's good. But that's kind of on you. I mean, there's not much about this that's foolproof, though I do intend to add some more quality of life features to make it a little better. But it will tell you if it doesn't detect, or if it detects something that looks a little wrong. So anyway, once you've done that, just hit add project. It'll pop in a new one. If you have an icon set up in a Godot project, it'll set the icon properly. I haven't set that up for Unity or Unreal yet, but you can also add other engines. It just doesn't have auto detection for version. You can set it to none. Set your editor file path, set your project file path, and as long as it can be booted up through command line arguments, it should work. It'll give you some warnings, but it'll work. So now that we've added that, I can just click it and um, let's go mall cops, and it'll open up, um, and we can keep working on that. So there we go. And the other thing is there are other features where I've added these little sticky notes that you can, type something to do. There's more functionality I want to add with these as well. Add timers, change the colors, style them a little differently, and then save them out. But that's something down the line. And then these will also just hang out on your screen. And the idea being that you're creating friction that will try to, encourage you to actually do the thing that you're, trying to focus on at the time. Because I think that's one of my issues is I just have trouble focusing. So that's how to add a Godot one. I'll show you really quick how to add a Unity project as well as Unreal. So here, if we go here and you have your list of projects that you've added, we can add project. I want to add Big Mundane. That was the one I just uploaded the other day, and it's with a very old version of Unity. But let me grab the folders for that. So here's my Unity repo. And this one, again, you can just use the root folder, set it to Unity, auto detects the version, and then Unity, it's pretty easy to find the engine. So I'll go to my installs. It's one of the ones that doesn't have the security alert because I updated it for whatever issue was, and then show in Explorer. That's the .exe I want. Drag and drop and add project. And now I have Big Mundane on the list. Maybe I want that one to be the first on the list. I can adjust it here to be where I want it. Now that's the priority. And then if you have an issue, if it's showing an issue like here, if I delete this, it'll show that there's an issue there. Let's save changes. It'll show an issue there. Yeah, and then we can just edit it. If it's showing issues, just edit, redo, save changes, and it's good to go. It will show an indicator here as well, though I guess I need to make that so it refreshes properly. Every time I've tried to make this video, I run into something else that I need to smooth out. Now let's go ahead and add an Unreal project, because that one can be a little more specific. I don't have any active Unreal projects, so let's just do Unreal test. And I know I have a folder open. I know this was something that I was working on, a multiplayer tutorial thing. So let me drop that in. And this one you do want to add the one that ends in .u project. It's still looking for Unity. I need to switch that. Unreal, it detects it, 5.5. Now, weirdly, I couldn't find a convenient way to track down the specific the file path. So what I ended up doing was creating a shortcut and then inspecting the shortcut properties to see what file path the shortcut was leading to. And for me, that was this one right here. So I want to grab that and plop it in there, and should be good to go. So now we have that Unreal test project. And yeah, so this is Project Guy. It's up on itch to use to try out. I mean, I've been using it for the last couple days, just you know, as it was intended, and I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I'm curious what y'all think of the idea. If it's useful to you, it might be that I don't know if there's like some official Godot solution yet. I know others. I've heard of Godots and other solutions, but anyway, this was mine, and I thought I'd share it with y'all. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.